Matchmakers, of course. My wife and I are here to bring love back again and make it great. Our talk has been on pursuing her, and emotional presence builds epic love. Let's talk about this. Men pursue many things: work, they pursue goals, they pursue success. In order to have epic relationships, are built when a man pursues her heart, not just her attention. It's interesting because this makes a big difference. And I want you to stick around as we go through this because it will make a difference for you. We help Amish singles find godly spouses, build epic marriages, and create generational legacy rooted in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. My name is Carlos, and my wife and I, Chantel, love giving what we have learned over the years to you. If it's useful, great. Stick around and hit subscribe, subscribe, and let us know that it's useful. And if you have some topics and some things you'd like us to talk about, we'd be glad to. There's nothing we won't talk about because everything matters when it comes to relationships. We've got to talk about many things, and we do, especially at our events. We have an epic intensive coming up this weekend. All right, here's our home, and show you a little bit around here. This time tomorrow evening, it'll have about 10 people in it. We always keep them small structured time weekend where we literally just take you through what we do, what we have done to create epic in our marriage and our relationship, what has helped us to create and develop our personal identity and help them develop our connection to the Father, helped us develop our relationship with each other and incredible intimacy, deep, beneficial intimacy between my wife and I, becoming one flesh. And then what we have done also to create and develop businesses. And we've been a part of developing and seeing multi-million-dollar and even billion-dollar company to come to pass and to be developed over the years, working together. And our latest beautiful adventure has been with Nesbitt Repair in Madison, Georgia. And we've had a blast working together, Chantel and I, as a couple, as a team, as one flesh. And it's going extremely well and growing extremely fast, and excited to see what we can do with this. We gave ourselves a challenge to double the revenue, double the business in 12 weeks, and it's happening. It's been a beautiful, beautiful surge, beautiful, powerful event to see it happen and see it come together. But it took a team. It's taking a team, and we keep developing that team and developing the people we work with, and growing our connections and relationships. And again, back to relationships. If we can't effectively do this with relationships, guess what? Yeah, it's not going to grow. There's a certain level you'll hit, even in business. So, all right, pursuing her heart. What's that look like? Well, come with me. Some people often say that intimacy starts where? In the kitchen. And why do they say that? Well, because it's about activities, doing the dishes. I'm joking. It is true that people say that. I think there's more to it. It's a beautiful thing to say, and it is beneficial, no doubt, because it just proving the point that it's more to it than um, than just wanting to make love to her. There's more to it than just, oh, let's do it. No, there's more to it. And so that's why they say that, because you've got to do the work, got to be willing to do the work. Now, again, I think it's misunderstood a lot of times what that means, but it is established through relationship and through more than just, oh, I love your body, or oh, I want your body. That's part of it for sure. Pursuing her is an art, but today we're going to talk about her heart and the best way to pursue her heart. I thought we'd start out here because this is where our epic intensive is going to be taking place. We have a home here in Social Circle, Georgia, a ranch, I should say, 47 acres. And this is even part of the results of what we've been able to create, Chantel and I working together. And through our relationship and through our skills, we're very grateful to have this beautiful multi-million-dollar ranch. And 5 years ago, when we moved to Georgia, we didn't have nothing. And yet, in this short of time, we've been able to accumulate a decent portfolio of businesses and real estate development and homes we've built. And so it's just been a beautiful journey. And I don't tell you that by any means to, if it's possible, is what I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you this. It's possible. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I couldn't have done it alone. That's for sure. I hit a ceiling. I would have hit a cap for sure. But with my bride and then with others working on our team and developing this process together of creation, we have been able to successfully create a beautiful thing. And again, what it allows us to do is give more. All the time, we're constantly able to give. Some of you saw our orphanage. We did the live with the orphanage there in Mexico. A little tour. It's dark right now. It's early morning, but this is where we'll be hanging out here on our ranch. I love lions. Can you tell? And we'll have an epic intensive. It'll go from Thursday tomorrow. It starts tomorrow evening. We start with dinner, and we'll have dinner together, and we will start the process of talking about what do you want. And we already did our pregame with the people coming out. Again, we keep it small. It's always small. There's never more than 10 attendees. And then we also have facilitators we're training up and working with to learn the process of what we do. They've been doing it for years now. It's no longer just 1 year. Exactly. Actually, I think 2 years. Goodness. But we work with people to train them up in this process as well of the skills of relationship, learning the core activities. So, in that process, though, of learning the core activities, you're actually learning how to pursue her. So, good morning, and thanks again for being here. As you join me, if you don't mind saying hello, I always love it. No matter if it's the same person every day, it matters to me, and I'm grateful that you're here. It really does. I appreciate you, Ken. I know he's always here, tuning in somewhere or another. Confidence, we've talked about so many different things here. Yesterday was pursuing her mind. Today we're going to talk about pursuing her heart and what that would look like. All right, women connect through emotional safety. And so part of it, though, is how do I connect with her? What makes me want to desire her and pursue her? Women feel emotionally safe when she becomes relaxed, affectionate, supportive, loyal, open. Um, so emotional safety builds deep attraction. Are you a safe place? What's up, brother? Good morning. And if you are a safe place, that's great. That's a first step. But what does that do for you, too? I mean, you want to be a safe place and you want to really caress her and love her. And what does pursuit sound like then? if you're pursuing her heart? Are you asking her how she's doing? And what's interesting is, we've worked with a lot of people over the years, and there is this thing that takes place, a little bit of a role reversal, um, where the men are very loving and affectionate, or excuse me, the women are more aggressive and more, they become more of the pursuer at times, and the men don't know how to respond, or the men don't pursue her how she wants to be pursued, with passion and with love and aggression, even. Um, so then it becomes this thing where men begin to feel lesser because they can't perform for her or don't pursue her the way that she wants. They don't have they're not, I mean, again, part of it is confidence with, or it all stems from confidence. That's why we know that deeper, more meaningful relationships comes from the three C's of love, the three C's of intimacy, and that's confidence, communication, commitment. And so again, understanding that and pursuing your heart is a specific way of pursuing her. Understanding, how are you doing today, and I really want to understand how you're feeling today, and what would be the best way to support you right now. Um, Presence matters more than solutions, and allowing her to even express to you how she feels and then validating those feelings. Men often want to fix problems, right? And women often want to pursue understanding. And so it's really fascinating because these are just the way God designed us. It's the estrogen versus testosterone. Let's just fix it. Let's just do it. And with women, it's like, well, I want to understand why we need to do this. Men are like, let's just do it. Let's get her done. And there's a very interesting process behind that, and connection that can come, and love and affection that can come from that, through that connection. Now, this is why it's really important, where triggers and triumph are important for connecting on an emotional level. And when a man is triggered, it probably he usually shuts down, or he becomes harsh, defensive, interrupting her, and dismissing her feelings and not hearing her. And that's part of where you're not hearing her, is when you're not validating the feelings that she's having. And guess what? It can happen for you too. I'm not just limiting this to her. Um, but through triggers to triumph, we work through the emotional things, the emotional mastery. Instead of reacting, we pause and recognize that, look, I'm not the enemy here. We're a team here. Uh, and understanding what's really actually happening inside me in this moment, but what also is what's happening inside her. I'm triggered in this moment. What do I do with this? And we can learn to push through, and we have a muscle that we have to engage, even though we don't feel like it, in a good way. Can I do it in a kind, honoring, loving way? When we pause, right? We're not afraid of silence. Remember, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. When we pause, it allows us to pursue her instead of protecting our own ego. The pause allows you to pursue her heart instead of protecting your own ego. So we pause, we recognize the trigger, we see the opportunity to grow, and we say, I'm going to change this story. Normally, I would feel, you know, hurt and attacked, but I'm going to change the story, and I'm going to utilize this for benefits. Now, let's talk about even Epic 30, why this pertains to pursuing her heart. Epic 30 will build the discipline and follow through. This is a big part of it. Shows your confidence through the process. You become more confident and you become more connected to her emotionally. So you show up consistently, you follow through with care and love, and speaking life over her. And you remember what matters to her. You're learning about her strengths, you're learning about her interests, what matters to her. You're understanding and gaining wisdom on her goals and needs. And some of you are like, what are you talking about? Well, we have these three core activities. It's Triggers to Triumph, Epic 30, and MVP that really bring intimacy and connection. And it's constant. You're constantly doing these things. It's a way of life. That's why they're called core activities. They're action steps that you can take to bring greater intimacy and love and affection in your relationship. And the Triggers to Triumph is literally a process of recognizing I'm triggered, recognizing the story is playing out again and doing something different, disrupting that, and going through forgiveness and going through acknowledging and empathy and being able to then create a new story. That's why we work with so many people to help them with their story. So how do I create a new story? Well, part of it is recognizing I'm triggered, recognizing that I normally would respond this way, but I'm going to do something different. Why do you respond this way? Because of the story you're telling yourself. So now I got to create a new story. I got to do some new actions. I got to do something different. If I want a different outcome, I've got to do something different. And the hard part is too, is that if you're older and getting married, if you're older and entering into a relationship, you're starting to date and looking to, and you're like, this is hard, this is difficult. Yes, you're right. You've been single. You're used to, you have a habit of being single. You have a story of being single, or you've been engaged for many years or dating the same gal for many years. This is Love Talk with Men's Edition here. And now you're used to being just dating. And that's fun and adventurous, but she goes home. You're not living together, right? And so then you've gotten used to that. We are all creatures of habit, and we create these stories and these habits and these routines, and we wonder why are we stuck? Why are we doing the same thing over and over and over? Why can't I get better results? You've got to change the actions. You got to change the habits. You got to change the story. That story is confirmed, and that those actions confirm the story, and the story confirms the actions, and you stay stuck in the same thing over and over and over. You've got to disrupt it. That's what our epic intensives do. They disrupt your normal story and help you to see that you can have an epic life, that you can have an epic marriage, that you can go from being dating or single to engaged to married quickly, but it comes through the process of building an epic identity, MVP. It comes from creating routines that connect you and connect your heart and your love and affection to each other through gratitude, through honor, through connection to the Father, connection to your best identity, and connection to her. And then through Triggers to Triumph, getting over the story. Do you follow me? These three core activities really matter. And that's what we solidify and help you to know why it works, create your plan, create and design your life through our epic intensives. Epic your life here. We want you to have an epic life. And we know through experience and through helping others, it comes through relationship skills, unity, connection, love, affection. When you love her well, pursue her heart well, you will have great results. It will turn into a place of connection and affection that can lead to incredible intimacy. Love making sessions like you never dreamed of. It's possible. So, Epic 30 builds discipline and follow through, like we said, because you're doing this process of gratitude, worthies. You're doing the process connected to the Father, developing your personal identity, speaking life over her, over the Father, over self, over her. Like it's a powerful process of creating flow and also acknowledging and hearing her. Part of validation is definitely learning to validate, is learning to speak emotional languages and knowing that emotions are real and being able to acknowledge those emotions is fantastic way of validating. Show up consistently, follow through on your care, remember what matters to her, and then be willing to communicate, right? It's confidence. So I show that I'm confident by learning and knowing what matters to her and then doing those things and connecting with her and connecting with her heart And then secondary, it has to do with also being willing to communicate, being willing to say you see her, you feel those emotions matter. It's understandable for her to go through those emotions, and then listening. And it's, again, it doesn't mean you have to agree or even receive the frustration she's feeling. Let me ask you a question. When you're feeling frustrated and you want to release some word vomit, like you want to word vomit because you've got your verbal processor and you've got all this built up and you just need to tell somebody something because you're just upset right now, and you want to know that you're not crazy for being upset. You have this emotion, you're upset, you're hurt, and you want to express that. Do you want her to receive that? Do you want her to feel all that junk and that crap? Do you want to throw up on her, literally, physically? Would you enjoy that? No, that's terrible. However, that's what she feels too. She wants to release. She has some emotions. She wants to just know that she's valid in these emotions, what she's feeling, but it doesn't mean you're supposed to receive it. And it doesn't mean that that's the story you want to walk in. Are you following me? So through this process of triggers to triumph, help you get over that story. Then you've got Epic 30, which is part of the process of daily acknowledging the Father, acknowledging yourself, and acknowledging her, and creating the flow of love and honor and intimacy and affection through words, through consistency, through showing up. Consistency in this process, even of Epic 30, builds emotional trust over time. And you pursue her heart, she feels secure. Now, let's talk about the mission, vision, peculiar, and your identity, how that affects you. Well, it gives you confidence. Knowing who you are and then walking that out. Knowing who you're becoming. And notice I said becoming because if you're staying stagnant and stuck, you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not becoming better, guess what? It's going to affect your relationship. It's going to cause you to be pushed down, beat up, and complacent, lethargic. If you're not pursuing her, if you're not growing, if you're not learning, I promise you, it will affect your relationship. It'll affect your dating life. There's got to be progression if you want epic. There's got to be progression if you want epic. I'm going to say it again. There needs to be progression if you want epic. You want epic intimacy. You want epic love and affection. You want that deep, awesome connection. You want some incredible lovemaking sessions. Then you need to pursue her and need to be developing and growing, becoming, not stagnant. Never arrive. Always learn about her. Always pursue her. The art of pursuit is learning more about her. What are she feeling? What's her emotions? The MVP, learning about her mission, her vision, what sets her apart, which is her peculiar. MVP. When a man knows his mission and knows her mission, you can connect on a deeper level. The understanding. And then your vision of where you're going, what you want to do with your life, what you're becoming. Your presence will become steady and faithful and true and consistent. Women feel emotionally safe around when a man has a direction and willing to lead and make decisions and go towards it. When you know where life is going, your leadership calms the relationship and it calms her heart. Confident man sit with emotion without panicking. Okay. You might have some frustration, some anger. You might have some fears coming up from the relationship or things that have happened to you. You don't rush to fix it or to escape. Take a breath. Calm down. Stay present. Keep loving her. Keep connecting with her. That's confidence, man. You've got what it takes. And yes, we need to work out all the things that are causing challenges. But guess what? Give yourself a little bit of leeway. Give yourself some room to make mistakes or to fail when you're entering into a relationship so quickly, whether it's dating all of a sudden or engaged or married. Congratulations on becoming. Congratulations on development. However, you have a habit of being single. You have a habit of no love and affection. You have a habit of no, frankly, no love making because you've been true, right? You've been connecting to the Father. You've been staying celibate, being true to not create a life that's full of fornication or adultery, and you've stayed true to the Word and the Father, and probably even been disciplined and faithful to stay away from pornography. Congratulations. And then you get married. And now it's time to be intimate. It can be very challenging because now all of a sudden you're turning something on that has been shut down and possibly suppressed for years. It's a process, but it's all 99.9% of it's mental. I promise you. So it's your confidence in who you are. And that's part of the process of developing your MVP. It's so important. It will build your confidence. And then to be able to communicate that MVP and who you're becoming is super powerful. Even who you're becoming as a pursuer of her heart, pursuer of her body, flirting, connecting, holding her, exploring her. That's part of the process as you enter into marriage. Pursuing her heart requires communication and listening through that communication, understanding. Communication deepens with emotional intimacy, knowing now her every intricate part of her body as you enter into marriage, but also knowing every intricate part of her heart, soul, and spirit, where she wants to go. She's now being vulnerable and open to you emotionally. Now her body's being open and vulnerable to you physically. And yes, man, that's a big responsibility. And it can even start with understanding what pleasures her in your marriage, understanding what is it that makes her feel loved, and even asking her what makes her feel turned on. This is important in a marriage. Are you able to communicate that? And then the 3 C's, right? Confidence to ask it. Second of all, is confidence then to communicate it and ask those questions. What makes her turned on? What feels good to her? And then the commitment to do it and keep doing it, because you're not going to know how to do it in the beginning, especially if you're later in life and getting married. It's real. It's a real thing. So cut yourself some slack and know that you're going to be okay. But that's where number 3 comes in, the 3 C's of love and affection and connection. Confidence, communication, commitment, confidence, communication, commitment. Remember that, and you will succeed in whatever you're pursuing. In this place, it's your girlfriend you're pursuing so that she will get engaged to you. And then when you're engaged, then it's setting that date for marriage. And then you pursue her for marriage. Then when you get married, guess what? Then you pursue her for intimacy, lovemaking sessions. And part of that is confidence to ask questions, communicate, and then communicate the questions of what makes you feel good, what turns you on, and then being willing to be committed to do it and keep doing it and keep exploring her and learning about each other together. Asking those questions matter. We've worked with thousands of people over the years, Chantel and I. And these important questions matter to have the confidence to communicate, ask those questions, and then your commitment to do those things so she knows that you care about her and care about how she feels and her desires and her what she loves in her life physically, right? When I'm talking about love making sessions, intimacy, it's important that you're committed to what she likes and wants and continue to pursue her and do those things in marriage, by the way. So, men, going back to the pursuit of her heart, emotions. What happened? And then how did that make you feel? How can I best support you? If you write those 3 things down, I promise you, that's going to help you to have a better emotional connection with her and her heart. Recognizing what happened, what's the situation, and how did that make you feel? These are questions that really help with emotional connection. and pursuing her heart. And then how can I best support you? You can see that was really hard for you. That created a lot of emotions. How can I best support you? What happened? What was the situation? How did that make you feel? How can I best support you? Acknowledging those feelings and then asking, how can I best support you in this situation? This keeps communication open, shows you love, you're pursuing her heart. Pursuing her heart means caring about her inner world. Pursuing her heart means caring about her inner world. Epic love isn't built through grand gestures and big events. It's built through consistent persistence of her and consistent presence, connection. When women feel seen, heard, and valued, love will grow naturally. We are men who pursue with clarity. Declare that, man. We are men who pursue with clarity, strength, and steadiness. That's what we do. That's what the Father did when he said, "For I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind." Power, love, and sound mind in that order, actually. That's the same thing. Now, when we pursue her with confidence, clarity, strength, and steadiness. That's what will bring deeper, more incredible connection. Would you hit subscribe and tap the bell today, notification bell? It helps us to get our message out so we can help more men to feel more confident, have better communication skills, and be more committed to her for the long run. Marriage, we believe in it. Now I'm going to look at some of the comments, see if they even matter as part of this talk this morning. Pursuing her heart. All right, let's see. Live in love. Good morning. There we go. Hello. I can post that. Love yourself, then you can love her. Good morning. Thanks for being here, guys. And gals. I'm sure there's some gals plugging in. I already did that. Good morning, didn't I? Okay. I have to go. Bye-bye. Okay. These weirdos. These people. It's all good. The haters come and hate. It's understandable. 20 of them, right? Barbecue ribs or barbecue chicken? All right. Nothing really on there that is part of the questions or anything. So just a bunch of weird comments, people trolling and scrolling. But if you're here to learn and grow with me, thanks for being here. We are the Love Talk with the Amish Matchmakers. And being my wife and I, Chantel and I, we help Amish singles to develop the skills that it is required to get engaged. Help you to date, get engaged, and then get married and have epic marriages. And through the process of creating that epic relationship skills and epic marriage, we help you then to develop your legacy. We've seen incredible results with people in relationship and marriage and then having children. We've been able to help people to develop even through hops and things with their children. It's been a fantastic journey. And we love and appreciate those of you who are supporting us in this process. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for getting the word out. And if you're looking for love, keep coming back and we'll tell you what we know and what we do that works. And then if you're interested on our school platform, SKOOL, you can join us on Epic Your Life school platform. And also for you singles, that's for developing your legacy in your marriage. But for you singles, we have a specific group that we endorse, and that is with Jesse and Adina Kaufman, who are incredible mentors to so many people. And they have a group called Single and the number 2 Married, Single to Married on the school platform, SKOOL. Look up Single to Married. And it's a great group where you can connect with others. We've got our skills there and our content there to help you have epic relationship skills, build more confidence, have better communication, be more committed to marriage for the long term. God bless you. And thanks for being here. And thanks for joining me on this journey. I wish you well.